What's up, guys? How are you? Welcome into a Monday morning episode of the Daily Juice Podcast with me, Matt Perrault, at Sports Talk Matt, to follow me on Twitter. And this podcast has a brand new title sponsor. Our friends at Omaha Steaks, they are back. More on them and the great offer they've got going on right now for Father's Day in just 1 second. But yesterday was a thud of a Sunday. It's kind of the way the things have rolled, unfortunately, when I'm red hot during the week. I always kind of have a crummy one of the bad Saturday or Sunday, 0-3. I told you about the A's run line or the Astros run line. Sweaty, 2-0, but it got there at minus 160, whatever the heck it was. So expensive. And then we got the over in the Heat in the Celtics game. I got that right, but way wrong on the side. Boston got eviscerated by Miami. And the Golden Knights are up 2-0 on the Dallas Stars. How about that? It could be Florida against Vegas in the final for the Stanley Cup. It's going to be Denver versus Miami in the NBA Finals. 2 8-seeded Florida teams from Miami wind up in the finals. Pretty impressive. I think they both lose, by the way. I haven't determined. It's minus 200 on the Nuggets. I should have been way involved with the Nuggets earlier than I have been, but I think Denver's the best team. I've been saying it for a couple of weeks now. They're doing nothing but show me every night they're the best team, and I don't think Miami's going to have much to say to Denver. I think that Nuggets team is on a mission, and Jokic finally gets the championship and quiets down everybody who said he shouldn't have been the MVP this year or the year before or the year before that. Did not win it this year. Probably should have, given the way his team is playing, but little MVP curse, kind of like the President's Cup curse. You win the MVP, Boston bounces you. But Boston's going to get bounced by Miami, and the Lakers are going to get bounced by the Nuggets, but the Nuggets go for that tonight. We got to play on that. And then I got a couple of really predictable plays for hockey and baseball, one of which is pretty juicy, but it's Monday, and there's not much else I want to bet on besides it, so I'm going to make it official, even though I don't love the juice on it. More on that here in just 1 second. But let's welcome back our friends, Omaha Steaks. Father's Day is coming up. You guys know the weather is getting really nice in grill season. If your dad likes to grill, if he's a guy who likes to stand out there and admire what he's doing, a little spatula, and maybe even has a thing around his waist, something that would be saying something kind of corny, like dad's the cook or something along those lines, for his proud display of his grilling acumen. Omaha Steaks back with this great offer. Father's Day is right around the corner. We all know this, okay? Coming up in June. What do you give to the guy who has everything and maybe has meant everything to you? Well, Father's Day, the experts at Omaha Steaks have made it easy to put a smile on your big guy's face this summer. Hand-selected packages for Father's Day. Now, you're going to head over to Omaha Steaks, omahasteaks.com. When you use the promo code JUICE at checkout, you're going to get $30 off your qualifying order. Packages can include some phenomenal bacon-wrapped fillets, which always go fast in my house whenever we have them. They've got air-chilled, boneless chicken breasts, which are awesome. Burgers, which are great. You take them right out of the freezer, chuck them right on the grill. No defrosting necessary. It's really convenient. The Franks are enormous. Like, if your kid likes hot dogs, oh my goodness, these things are huge. And you got the desserts, the caramel apple tartlets, great stuff available. Look, I'm a dad. I can tell you that we love to eat, and we love steak, and we love to get steaks as gifts. This is very cool to check it out with omahasteaks.com. Promo code JUICE at checkout for $30 off your qualifying order. Whether it's your father, your father-in-law, your father figure, or your brother who's a dad, okay? Or your uncle, or your best friend. I've seen these things be given for gifts, and people have absolutely loved them when you give them for gifts. So it's not just for yourself or your own dad. It can be for your boss. It can be for your neighbor. It can be for somebody who just needs a pick-me-up who's a dad, maybe going through a tough time. Really awesome. Give them the gift of food. It's awesome, and dad loves it, and there's some great steaks and great options at Omaha Steaks. Perfectly aged, tender steaks, gift packages from Omaha Steaks. Give dad what he wants this Father's Day. Order, get $30 off with your promo code JUICE, and every purchase is backed by their unconditional money-back guarantee. Now, minimum order may be required. See the sites for details. Omaha Steaks, now the title sponsor of the Daily Juice podcast. Promo code JUICE gets you $30 off your offer at omahasteaks.com. Okay, so the hockey game, the numbers are pretty apparent. We somehow got a miracle win in the last bet we made with this. I don't know how we got it with Carolina and Florida, but we got it with 2 goals being overturned. We're going to come right back here and bet it again. Under 1.5 goals in the first period at -110. Carolina, 3-13 to the over. So 13-3 to the under. First period, under 1.5 goals. Florida in the postseason, they're 14-3 to the under. These are trends we're going to keep on fading or following rather and keep on betting the streak. Under 1.5 goals between Florida and Carolina. Yes, the change of venue concerns me. Yes, Florida playing up tempo concerns me. Need Bobrovsky to play well in net early for sure. We'll see who's in net for Carolina, but either goaltender is fine by me. Under 1.5 goals, -110. Yes, game 2 scares me. Yes, I'm concerned about this bet, but I'm making it anyway. Under 1.5 goals in the first period for 1.1 units. Okay. Second bet. I'm going to continue to fade the A's throughout the entire week of this road trip. Okay. 2-1 so far doing this. I've made 2 of the bets official. We're 1-1 doing it officially. It was -160 yesterday. It hit 2-0. It's now -150. I rarely ever make it an official play at -150. In particular, when I'm laying 1.5 runs. But I think this is a play that I feel pretty good about, just given the way the Mariners have been playing, and the A's are awful. I mean, they are historically awful. And I like the fact that we've got the pitching matchup that really does favor us here. Luis Castillo's been very good. Kyle Muller has not been very good at all for the A's, but really who has been good for the A's? Kyle Muller, 1-3 with a 7.71 ERA. Luis Castillo's 2-2 with a 3.31 ERA. Muller, we talked about this a couple of days ago about what we're going to do with him. His road ERA is 10.31. Okay, 10.31. Opposing batting average of 360. 18 1/3 innings pitched. He's given up 21 earned runs, 4 home runs, 13 Ks, and 27 hits. We are going run line, -150. Seattle Mariners here with Castillo on the mound against a gas can in Kyle Muller. Late game for you guys on the East Coast. Mariners are 10-12 at home this year, but the A's are 5-18 on the road. And the Mariners have won all 3 games so far played this season, 2-1, 7-2, 5-3. So 2 of the 3 games have been won on the run line. We're going run line Mariners -150 for 1.5 units. And finally, the Lakers. Are the Lakers going to get swept? So in game 1, the Nuggets shot 54% from the field for the game. In game 2, they shot 43%. And the game went under. In game 3, they shot 50% and the game went over. I'm going to follow the zigzag theory here. It's 224.5. The Lakers were an under team this season for the most part. They were 28-21 to the under at home this year. They were somewhat of an over team against the West, 35-33, and they were somewhat an over team on the year, but against the Western Conference, Denver actually was an under team, 36-30 to the under overall. And if the Lakers are going to be in this game, which they're going to get swept at home, the Lakers with LeBron, I don't know. I think we're going to see a really good defensive effort out of the Lakers here tonight, and I just don't see this game going over 224.5. I mean, this again is a sweaty bet. This could be a very scary bet, but game 1 over, game 2 under, game 3 over. Let's go game 4, under 224.5 for 1.1 units. All right. So we had a really good week last week. I need to kind of do the full accounting as to how many units we wound up after I lost 3 units yesterday. So definitely put a big dent in what we did. It was still a very profitable week, but not nearly as profitable as it could have been just given the way we went and what we were able to put up. At first glance, I don't know. We got to see how I did. I'll do some accounting as to how we wound up going, but it was a good week, solid week, and we got the Miami Heat with one plus 2.5 games. We got that right, so that factors in as well. So we'll see how we wound up going, but basically, I started the day yesterday up a little over 3 units, and then I lost 3 units plus, so so I'm basically flat. What I was up, I'm down. So I lost all the positive gains I'd done for the pod, but I mean, the NBA, that winds up now up 9.84 units or 9.7, I guess, units. The NHL, we lose 2 units there, so now it's 5.95 units up on that. So basically up 6 units in the NHL. So we're still doing very well in basketball and hockey. So let's keep going here with basketball and hockey here today. We'll add in a little baseball as well because we didn't make it official yesterday. This run line bet hit yesterday, so did the over. So we're going to do a total for basketball and the run line, make it official. So 3 bets for us here today. The Mariners, minus 1.5 runs at minus 150, 1.5 units down on that. We are taking under 1.5 goals at minus 110, 1.1 units down on that for the hockey game between Florida and Carolina. And we're taking the under 224.5 for the Lakers and the Denver Nuggets here for game number 4. That also 1.1 units down on that. So about 3.7 units in play here on a Monday due to that bigger bet on the Mariners run line, fading the A's as much as possible. Let's start the week off on a good note. My name is Matt Perrault. Follow me on Twitter at SportsTalkMatt. Each and every morning, it is the Daily Juice Podcast, now being brought to you by OmahaSteaks.com.